Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we discuss knives for city dwellers. Today we're going to have a look at the Kershaw Atmos flipper knife, model 4037. Kershaw is an American knife brand that has been producing knives since 1974. Kershaw Knives is a brand of Kai USA Limited. Kershaw focuses on pocket knives and sporting knives designed for everyday use, EDC, camping, hunting, and fishing. Kai USA also owns Zero Tolerance, which is a premium and professional line of knives. This knife, the Kershaw Atmos, is designed by Dmitry Senkevich. Let's have a look at the knife. So it comes in the standard Kershaw cardboard box, a very simple design box but well branded. And if we can just open up this tab over here, we can access the knife. I wish I had a knife to cut this open. And here we have the knife. There is some product information inside. We won't look at it just right now. So the knife itself is really small. So the Atmos is a small EDC knife, and the handle has this chamfered carbon fiber inlay. So that is G10 on the outside, but then there is this carbon fiber, which is kind of a smooth texture here. So no texturing for the carbon fiber, and you have that on both sides. It's got a custom oversized pivot and a backspacer with a wide lanyard attachment over here, given its size. So backspacer is about half the knife. Other than that, you can kind of see it through. So it is a flipper deployment, and that snaps open quite a bit. Once you get used to it, it is a bit stiff, I would say, at the beginning. Maybe it's the detent, which is pretty strong. So you really need to get in there to flick it open, and it almost feels like it's spring assisted, but it is not. There is nice jimping on this flipper tab, so it allows you to really flip that open as you need. But before we get into the specs of the Atmos, let's have a look at some size comparisons of similar knives. So we've got another Kershaw knife over here. This is the Also Suite. This is spring assisted, but also the kind of a 3-inch blade. We have the Ontario Rat 2, a very common knife for this size, also about 3 inches. And we have a knife by Kaiser. This is the Kaiser Vigor, which I've also reviewed before. So as you can see, all the knives about that same similar size. And finally, an Altoids tin. Let's have a quick look at the specs of the Atmos. The blade length is 3 inches long, the handle is 4 inches long, and the overall length is 6.9 inches long. And this is a very light knife. It's 2 ounces or 59 grams. The blade steel is 8CR13 MOV stainless steel. This is a low-end Chinese-made stainless steel, similar to the Japanese AUS 8. It belongs to the CR13 series, high in carbon and chromium. Now, even though it's a budget steel, it has excellent wear resistance, corrosion resistance, edge retention, and high hardness. And due to its lower cost, it is favored for budget knives, which is why you can get an urban EDC, in my opinion, for a good price. And if we're talking about regular urban EDC tasks, this blade is not too bad. The blade shape is a modified drop point. That is kind of a swedge here. Mentioned the jimping before. And this is a full grind. And the blade finish is a satin finish. The handle material is black G10 with carbon fiber overlays, as I mentioned. You can see that large pivot and the chamfering on the sides, which makes it, pretty easy to handle. Not much of a hot spot. There is this deep carry tip-up pocket clip, and you can actually reverse it to the other side for right or left-hand carry. But overall, in terms of ergos, for its size and what you're going to use it for, I think it is fine. Not too much of hotspots. Maybe a bit around the edges here, but not too bad. There's a bit of sharpness, I would say, on this inner part of the scales. And that's because of the G10 material that probably could have been smoothened out just a bit. But there's a bit of a jimping on this part of the handles as well. And that's to really facilitate a better grip with your last 2 fingers here. And even though it's a small knife, you can get a good purchase. I've got small to medium hands, so I can fully have a full grip around the handle. If you have bigger hands, maybe your little finger will curl around the base or butt of the knife like that. But overall, you do feel that you have good control of the knife, and because of the jimping over here, you can choke up this way. There's kind of a finger groove design over here. So overall, I think to use this as an urban EDC, for lightweight tasks or even moderate tasks, you're not going to have a problem with this. So the deployment and action is good, and that's because of the KVT ball bearing system for the pivot system. So yeah, really smooth. You can see it almost drops down like that. So you have to be careful when you are closing the blade, but yeah, you could do that. So does the Atmos make for a good urban EDC? Let's have a look at the price first. So the MSRP is US $63, but you can get it from dealers for about $40 US. So that is, budget EDC, right in the middle, I think, in terms of the range. Not the $20 knife, but not the $100 budget knives as well. So right in the middle for about $40 US. I think if you're looking for a small knife and you like these small knives and you like especially a lightweight knife, this actually is pretty good. So if I were to make a direct comparison with, let's say, the Rat 2, which is a very popular knife in this sort of size as well, this is definitely much heavier, but this blade is also D2. And actually for the price, I think the price point for these two knives are very similar. So some might actually prefer this because you get a better steel, and you get a heftier knife if you like that. But if you're looking for something a bit more stylish, because you like that carbon fiber overlay, and you want a very light knife that you can just slip in your pocket and forget about it, this actually, I think, works quite well as well. But let me know what you think. Do you have this particular knife? And what are your thoughts compared to the other EDC knives which have 3-inch blades? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep it folded, keep it safe.